Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be discussing how you can improve your UI designs. On my Ethereum and so on and so forth. So I've actually gone ahead to design it already, but I took inspiration first from Dribble. So where I search about cards because I was looking at this design is just feeling basic and I felt like the user is not going to be able to have a lot of touch areas. So I felt like how can I try and improve that? So the first thing is I went online, went to Dribble. I noticed this kind of glossy feel effect, but this kind of glossy, a little bit transparent kind of feel. But and then I was trying to look at how I'm not going to distract the user, but still make them to achieve whatever they wanted to achieve. So the first thing I did was I make sure I looked through a lot of cards. Felt like that glossy feel is there, but I still want to maintain that minimalistic outlook. So something like this kind of background, so it still feels kind of minimalistic and not show users off. So the first thing I did was okay, um, bring in a new frame. So I select this. Uh, then click on iPhone 11 Pro Max just to be larger so when I export it. So the first thing I did is I downloaded this from the Figma community channel, this settings. I'm going to copy this now and then I'm going to paste here. So now that I've pasted it, I can go into this layer to actually change whatever I want to change. So the first thing I'm going to click on this icon. So what I always try to do, like just try to just scan through with my mouse. So try and see where, or I can just double click to go into. Oh, okay. So this right here is what I want to put off because it doesn't have that here. So basically what you should know is that I'm using iPhone or iOS design system now. So I'm going to call it products. Then I'm going with a kind of blue fill for that. But before I do that, let me take off this divider over here. So I just put it off. So the next thing is I always like to go on with a grid layout. So I'm going to select grid, and then change from grid to columns, and set it to 4. Because I always like it to align with whatever I'm starting with, so that everything feels like it's on a balanced mode. So I give it margin to 20. So 20 like this. Enter. So now it aligns properly. So the next thing is I'm going to start drawing out the cards. So that my card will not interfere with what I have here. So I usually just come to lock it. So come here and then make sure I lock the header. So then now the body, I have this here like so. Paste it. Awesome. So well aligned. I always try to look at both sides and make sure I'm actually doing the right thing. So I think this is a bit off edge. When I zoomed in, you can see it's a bit off edge. So I'm going to just drag and place it just about right there. So all I just need is to adjust this one back to its initial position. So it aligns well with the grid. So the same with this, just so that it aligns well with the grid. Also, so we're not really particular about user experience here, but it's also going to help our user experience. So I feel like this is just basic and it's not so I'm looking for something more fun and catchy and just to improve the UI design. So I'm going with like more of just a blue theme. So I'm going to select this, select the header, and then I like what Figma did with this color selector. So I have light tint blue. I'm going to detach it because I'm feeling lazy to type. So I'll just copy that, and then any text I'm going to be using. So I think I might want to borrow something from this design. Let me ungroup that. Yeah, thank you very much. Control Z, place it here. Also, I think our designs are coming together. Don't mind the tab. I'm going to come back to that because I want to like just go straight into the main work. So first thing is I'm going to set this to both of them, SF Pro display. I actually love SS Pro, San Francisco Pro display. So I'm going to set the header to 15. Then the one beneath it, I'm going to give it regular and set it to 13. So it's better I give it an SI unit, so BTC, right? Or no, Bitcoin is like $70,000. That's the recording of this video, so $70,000 plus. So let's just give $70,000 then BTC. Awesome. So now I'm going to make sure that this is bold, so it's very clear for the user to see that okay, I'm actually selecting that. So the next thing is you notice how this is out of proportion. So I usually set it to align to the top and then auto width, so everything comes together. So now the next thing is I'm having 30 here, so I'm going to have to adjust that just a little bit. So I have 10, so I give myself an 8-point grid. So or I just stick to the initial grid design I'm working with, just 15, 30, and so on and so forth. So what I have here is 16, so I'm just give it one more spacing, so 15. So that's cool. Then the next thing is I'm also thinking of there should also be like the way this is here, it should be also be like okay, you're actually going to another page, right? So because I'm going to another page, I may just not necessarily need this whole kind of boxy thing going around here. So I might just basically stick with the text and then increase the light. And the reason is because in case I want to switch to dark mode, I tend to like just make sure that it is easy for whoever developing to quickly create something cool. So this I'm still going to set it back to SF Pro display. Awesome. And then I'm going to give it medium, so it doesn't feel like we're using the same thing for everything. So then remember to set it to 15. All right, so now I've imported something, so I'm going to set the same thing. So I have 12 here, keep trying to arrange it till I get to exactly what I'm looking for. So now I'm set to 15. So the next thing is okay, what do I have here? I think I have this as 40. I want to reduce it so it aligns with this one properly, so I can give it like say 24. Okay, then make sure this is center line with this. So what would we have here? We have 9, so I still want to increase it to 15, right? So I'm going to do that. Okay, so what do we have here? We have 19. What do we have now? 16. One more and we are good to go. Awesome. So now the next thing is the spacing between the arrow and this. So if you are looking for icons, you could go to UI8, or specifically I would advise UI8. They have a lot of resources. This is not a promotional video though, but I really love UI8. There's a lot of resources you can get and gather, and what you can just do is just pay for the price of one, and you have access to all of these elements. So with this, you cannot have this. So now I've not gone to that glossy look first, so I'm going to give it a border radius. Just try and increase it till I feel comfortable. So I'll give it like border radius 24. Wow, I think I'm liking this already. I think I'm liking this already. So let's say I try to, so I'm just going to try and do something quick. Just say I try to increase just this. So I have 24 here. If I duplicate it again, so now I know that I can only accommodate 4 of this here. So if you count this 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, so I think I can still accommodate 6 here conveniently on the screen, and they still get to have like a lot of touch areas, unlike just what we're having here before. So the next thing is I have this, I think I'm comfortable with. Then I could now add the icon, so I'm going to borrow this icon now. I'm going to borrow this icon, place it here. So also I'm still going to do the same thing again, so I'm going to try to set of 15, or probably I'll leave it at 16. No, so 15, just one. 15. Awesome. So I like my proximity of the text and the icons to look so much related. So I can give you like say 16 or 15. So I'm going to stick with 15. So now we are getting, I think our design is coming together. Now the next thing is I also want to reduce the height of, I think I still feel like I should reduce the height. So usually I like my height to be like around 180. So let's see. So 180, 180 is fine. So place it again. We have 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Awesome. So now having this is making me smile already. So you can see that the design is coming together. So the next thing is I can give this white. That's full white. Awesome. Then now I make use of a plugin called Smooth Shadow. Smooth Shadow. Okay. So with Smooth Shadow, what you can do is you can actually play with this element. I want to take my mentor. His name is Free. Free has helped me a lot. I really appreciate him. Okay, so you can just try and play around with the shadow till you feel like you're comfortable with what you're seeing. So I really don't usually like something too thick, because I feel like the light from the phone alone is already much. Yeah, depending on what you're working with. So say like you're in daylight now, you'd have to like really crank up your items. So instead of using this kind of yellow to mark off that okay, this is like an actual card as against this one, what I'm just trying to do is I'm just trying to make sure that I have a well enough shadow. So and then based on the trend, I've seen that a lot of card has this kind of glossy feel. So I if you are trying to achieve something like that, it's very straightforward. All you just need is click on the card, and then uh, you can now add, sorry, you don't need to add, all you just need to what, just set opacity, say 90%. Awesome. So now that you have 90%, you've had that kind of glossy feel already. So if you are still interested in going further, you can always add a background blur. So the first one, the element at the top, is the one that was added. So okay, that's one I'm going to change to. So just give it something very high, 25, can go as high as 50, 200, 260, and so on and so forth. So let me give it 95. Okay, I think I'm comfortable with this, but it's really subtle. Now this is where the trick comes in to make it look like a two-step elevated card. but it's just actually one card. So I'm going to bring this item out again and try to as much as possible to kind of like take it apart. Okay, so I've taken that one out. So the next thing for me to do now is I'm creating something else. So I want to say this 48 by 48 pixels. Give the border radius 24. No. Give the border radius of 16. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So this is working for me. So the next thing is I'm not going to give it like a full wide this time around. So just to form a demarcation, so I'm going to go like F8. Okay. So now I'm going to now add something interesting, an effect style on it. So but this effect style really subtle, so I might want to like really adjust it and come up with something better. So using my smooth shadow again, I can achieve that. So I can increase an offset, increase the offset, uh add more layers to thicken it, reduce the blur. Okay. Okay, let me drop the offset back a bit. Awesome. So now I have this, I can click apply, so it goes away. Now I can convert this to just one single card, so I can call it add effect style. So I can call it card again, then small space shadow. So just something that you can remember, it's very important. So the next thing is for me to bring my icon all the way through, is to bring my icon all the way through to here, and then try as much as possible to make sure I have it center lined properly. So this one is also a link, so I'm going to try as much as possible to copy this, what I have here, sorry, copy what I have here, and then select both and paste respectively. So you can see how our design already is taking a new shape out of the box. So the next thing I'm just going to do is I'm going to group this, take this, delete. Okay, so you can see I have my 20 pixel, 20, 20. So everything is well aligned, well balanced. So now, so instead of, well, what I used to try and do is that I don't use the same spacing between um, my row and column. So if you have read the material design team, you could either choose to have a high density or a low density. So depending on what you're trying to achieve. So it's usually like the opposite of each other. So that's the best. What you want to do is you want to have your cards and then separate them. So you can see how, even though I've not really done much, the design is already standing out already. So I'm just going to duplicate that by pressing Ctrl D. Awesome. So then the next thing is I'm just going to select everything because I'm feeling lazy, and then select this and then click tidy up. So it tidies everything up, so I can set this on to 20. So awesome. So now that we have this, it's looking a bit weird for me, so I'm going to still reduce it from 210 to say probably 16. Still not feeling it, so 15 then. Okay, awesome. So everything is looking neat. Items are not looking beneath each other. Items are not looking beneath each other, and we have this. This is looking so beautiful right now. I'm really liking it. Like Yeah, I really did a good job here. So the next thing for me to do now is, because I'm feeling lazy, I could as well just gone here to pick a tab feature and just from the template and just use. But I'm feeling lazy, so let me just copy and paste this. Okay, just copy and paste this and place here. So sometimes your frame can be interfering with your design. So what you want to do is make sure you lock your frame. So this other frame here, I'm going to just have to lock it. Okay. So by locking it, I have access to moving every other element around it without it disturbing me. So I'm just going to try and look at it. So I have 8 here, which I think I'm probably very okay with. So what I could just do is increase the font size of this. Still give it SF Pro. Not Pro display now. Say maybe something compact or this thing. But you know how to work around your font. You don't know how to work around your font. You need to reach out to me on Twitter. Yeah, this is my handle here. The UI guy, and I can put you through on that, so you can just follow and you know what to do. So, uh, let me change this. Just give it something maybe semi bold. Okay, medium, 15. Okay, it's too tiny. Um, 15. So let's make it 18. No, 22. Yeah, 22 feels pretty much it. Okay, so add a space. Probably 13 works fine for me here. 17. So I want to also make sure that everything is well aligned. So select this 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's -4. So if you select this, so 13 and 13, so that gives it a well defined balance. So then all I just need is to change the color of this. Okay, so detach the style, paste the current color, also detach the style, and paste this color here. Okay, so you can go ahead to change the icons, and you can see the difference between this and this. So um remember to subscribe, like my video, and tell others about it. And if you want to improve your UI design specifically, you could message me on Twitter, or if you're interested in your UX too, you could also let me know. So bye for now. Okay.